Parents, we're living in a time where a lot of young adults, like your kids, are stuck. Not because they lack talent, not because they're lazy, but because the world they're stepping into is way more expensive, way more competitive, and less forgiving than what we actually grew up with. And the truth is harsh. If your kid doesn't start building equity now, the world is going to outrun them fast. Rent keeps rising, wages aren't keeping up, student debt is crushing momentum before it even starts, and most kids are doing exactly what the system quietly encourages them to do: rent, consume, delay ownership, hope the real estate market comes down, and hope things work out. But that's not a plan. That's a slow bleed. And that's where R5 Homes can shift things for you and your family dramatically. Let me introduce you to the R5 Homes ADU strategy. Hear me out. Instead of your kid renting an apartment where they're just burning money for no reason every month, what if you help them buy a home, specifically an R5 Flex ADU home? You would co-own the home with them. You put a little bit of a down payment down for them. Part of the house would be rented and pay for itself. Your kid is just gonna live there as the trusted live-in landlord. They're gonna actively manage the tenant that lives downstairs, and together you and your family are gonna build equity alongside each other. This means that not $1 of rent will ever be wasted again, and every day that passes, you're building equity. An R5 Flex ADU is a single-family home with a built-in separated rental unit, separate entrance, separate kitchen, separate HVAC, professional soundproofing throughout the home. You won't see, hear, or smell your tenants. Your kid would live in the main home area upstairs and rent out the ADU downstairs, or you could do vice versa. The rental income offsets the mortgage. Your kid becomes the landlord. Your child isn't just living at home or getting help. They're operating real estate, collecting rent, learning cash flow, managing a tenant. They're seeing how the real world works. They're not behind anymore. They're building assets while their peers are signing lease renewals and slipping around in dog crap out in front of their apartments. What's even better is I'm going to explain to you why over time, the value of the home potentially might grow faster than what it costs them to actually live in it. I'm serious. Let's say the home costs $600,000 at a 5% interest rate. The mortgage payment is about $3,200 a month, plus insurance and mortgage insurance. Now let's say the downstairs unit rents for $1,700 a month. So instead of carrying the full payment, your kid's net housing cost is around $2,000 a month. We're throwing numbers out here. Let that sink in. They're living in a brand new single family home, building equity for around $2,000 a month. Now, boom, let's zoom out. Utah's seen strong long-term housing growth, roughly about 8.5% over the last 10 years. Let's use a conservative estimate, 5% a year moving forward. On a $600,000 home, that puts the value at around $975,000 after 10 years. That's nearly $375,000 in value growth before even counting principal paydown. And that growth didn't come from working harder or investing in some crypto scam. It came from owning early and letting time do the work. That's the difference between renting and hoping things work out. And owning an R5 Flex ADU that quietly builds your kid's future in the background is the smart move. So let's recap. Instead of paying rent, your kid could live in a $600,000 home for around $2,000 a month while the tenant downstairs helps cover the mortgage as equity builds. Over 10 years, that same home could potentially be approaching $1 million in value. Turning that decision today into hundreds of thousands of dollars of equity and a massive head start for your kids. If you really want to get crazy, let's go a step further. Let's look at this monthly. If the home gains $400,000 over 10 years, that's $3,300 a month in appreciation. Your kid's net housing cost is $2,000 a month after the ADU rent. So economically, they're living in a home while the asset is growing faster than it costs to live there, even before the principal pay down. Let this sink in. That's not speculation. It's math. It's ownership, time, and patience doing the work. Other people are going to complain about a bad economy. You'll be like, we're good. Helping your kid become a homeowner with income early on in life is one of the most powerful moves you can make. Now, if this resonates and I'm making sense, text or call R5 Homes at the link below. They'll walk you through the numbers. Go take a look at the model home and see if it fits your family. We hope to see you soon. Have a great week.